excited. So about 2 months ago, I sent out an email, and the email was about a cool project and idea that I had. And within that week, a couple people committed. And other than that, I got a lot of feedback saying, hey, follow up down the road. You know, money's tight, time is too hard to tell where I'm going to be from there. And it was really cool for me to see that as a response, because I'm a big planner, so I like to know what's going on 6 months down the road. And what I'm noticing more and more in my personal life is a lot of people aren't, and a lot of people like to kind of go with the flow and get a sense of what's going on and then make commitments to what they want to do for themselves. So in honoring that, I gave it a little space, and now I'm coming back and saying hi, and that I'm very excited to be able to re-invite you to an immersion program, which is going to be extraordinary. Immersion, as you know, means that we're all going to be connected, and you come in and you dive in and you stay in, and major change is going to happen. A lot of you that have worked with me for an hour session have had incredible life-changing, life-transforming experiences. As you know, when you refer me out, or for those of you that have worked with me and those of you that haven't, when we connect to intention, incredible things can happen. And when we allow ourselves to see what's in the way of having our action support our intention, that's where our true healing comes from. So I thought, wow, what would happen if we immersed ourselves into this kind of work for 5 or 6 days? What would be possible? What would happen? And all I got was goosebumps. And I said, okay, I want to do this. I'm going to try this. I just don't know how to make all the details happen. You guys know that I have a team of people that support me. The team of people that work for me know that I am the idea queen, and know that I am not good with actually moving forward and creating a lot of the ideas. And I'm blessed enough to be able to have people help me, support me with my ideas and make them come true. I'm also very blessed to believe that life is here to help me, and that every person in my life is here to help and support me, and we're here to help support each other. So I was getting a massage from a very dear friend, an incredibly talented healer, incredibly talented healer. And if you participate in this, you will be able to experience it yourself. She is awesome. And out of nowhere, she said, do you have any interest in ever doing something with me? And in that same conversation, she said, there's this really cool house. For some reason, I keep thinking about you. You want to come check it out? Well, within that week, we decided to do this incredible experience, this immersion experience, which is called the Space in Between. And we are going to be hosting 5 or 6 lucky women. And the reason I say this is I believe we just had another room open up that allows us to have one more participant come in. And we are going to make sure that everybody's super compatible. What that means is that we're going to have a little questionnaire, unless we already know you really well, to make sure that everybody's going to be in harmony, since we're going to be living in connection quite closely and nicely. We're also going to be opening up a conversation forum about a month before, so that you guys can get to know each other just a little bit before. The experience is going to be like this. To be able to heal, you have to know you're worthy, which means you have to be able to receive. So for the entire time you're with us, you're going to think about absolutely nothing, and everything's going to be taken care of for you. You are going to be treated so incredibly well. You are going to be nurtured so incredibly well. Your body is going to be nourished so incredibly well. There is the most incredibly loving vegetarian chef coming in to help us. And then when she's not around, I am going to be helping in the kitchen, which is going to be obviously hair tied back and a crazy mess, but a lot of fun, helping you understand more about the energetics of nourishing the body. And overall, what we're going to be doing is just having a blast together. We're going to be going hiking. We're going to be going to the beach. We are going to be having a bonfire. We are going to be doing some meditation martinis. Meditation martini. You can see how this week is going to go. Oh my God. Okay, see, this is exactly the vibe that's going to go. We are going to have a lot of fun. We are going to have a lot of fun. The sense of community, you guys are going to see each other, and it's going to be like the sister coven just developed and opened up. And it is a very strong intention where I'm coming from, because you have an incredible desire to heal. And sometimes we have to pull out of our day-to-day life to be able to let things really settle, to be able to let things really connect in. And so far, the people that are committed to coming for this week are people that I'm very familiar with, that are very, very sincere seekers of wanting to be able to make their life as fun and dynamic as possible. So that's the underlying umbrella that we're working under, is fun, dynamic, healing support. You are going to come in wanting to be healed, and you are going to be leaving completely whole and understanding that you are whole, and it will transform your life. It is incredible, and I'm so excited. If I can work for an hour and watch a significant change happen to somebody in their health, in their relationships, in their life, in their career, I can't even imagine what's going to happen in this journey of immersion. I am inviting you from the bottom of my heart to participate, and I promise you, you are going to have an incredibly fun time. Now, in this experience, there's a two-day intensive, which is the Saturday, Sunday. It's a 2-day intensive. Anybody can come to this that wants to come to it for the 2-day intensive. The immersion is, again, for only 5 or 6 females. I'll know for sure by tomorrow if it's 6 females allowed in, which means we only have a couple of slots left. So basically, that immersion experience is only available for a very few people. However, the weekend experience is available for people that want to come learn about the real umbrella we're working under, which is called the space in between. The space in between is that sticky part of life. Everything looks like it's going great. Everything's going the way you want. And then, bam, what happens? How often do we wake up almost just waiting for that thing to happen? So we never really explore what we want. We never really explore what it is that we can have for ourselves. We never allow ourselves to go into that space because we've already had the experience of knowing we're going to step in the crap again. So what's the point? The point is even the crap is amazing, and it's very easy to be able to resonate with that so that nothing can get in the way, that everything in your life makes you feel empowered. That's my job for that intensive weekend part, is to help you understand that, help you break through, and help you open up with that. So for those of you that don't want to commit to the immersion experience because it feels too much, it costs too much, you're just not into it, totally understandable. However, those women that are going to be a part of that experience are going to create the most incredibly powerful vibe in that house, where you're going to come for that workshop for that Saturday and Sunday. Again, you're going to be taken care of as well. You're going to be fed incredibly well, and we are going to just have an extraordinary time. But most importantly, you are going to learn a skill set that you will never forget, that will stick around with you, and that will be so profoundly, positively impacting in your life, you will not leave the same. Again, I watch what I can do with a client that I've never worked with before, that's across the world and I've never seen. And I get a phone call a week later saying, you absolutely changed my life. I have worked with people who are on the verge of divorce. I've talked to both of them. And in 1 or 2 sessions, their relationships are completely positive because they have a skill set they just didn't have before. Now, if I can do that in an hour, what can I do in a day, let alone a 2-day support? Let alone an immersion program where joy and love heals everything. Come in. Let yourself be taken care of, whether it be for the full immersion or for that small amount of time. Commit to it because we only have a little bit of space. And the reason I kept it small, I debated. I thought, you know what? I can go to a hotel. We can create this bigger kind of deal, or we can go into a retreat center and I can have 50 people come. And then I can keep the costs down. And I started thinking from that perspective, and I said, that's not what I want for my first experience. What I want for my first experience is intimacy. I want to feel so nourished, and I want to help people feel so loved and so supported in such an intimate way that their life has to change forever. To move them forward in a way that only amazing things can happen from that step forward. Even if something crappy happens in life, that they're forever changed and that they can see the blessing in it. And more importantly, they can feel it in it and they can acknowledge it and they can embrace it because they know they're absolutely worthy. This is going to be an extraordinary time. Lisa, who is my partner in crime in this adventure, I'm not even going to try to describe her right now. I'm going to try to get her on video. I just hope she and I just don't start laughing. And if we do, we'll probably just send that video out, because once she gets thinking, she has probably one of the most creative minds I have ever met. Creative, crazy, and dynamic. And she makes me laugh so hard that no matter what is bothering me in my life, all of a sudden doesn't bother me anymore. It just goes away. Laughter heals, and we're gonna have a lot of that. And the group that's already started forming to come, I'm like, I think I'm gonna come and just sleep on a sleeping bag in the living room to be a part of this, because I only live 10 minutes away from the house, so I'm gonna come back at night, sleep with my family, and then go back in the morning. I'm like, maybe I won't a night or two. It's gonna be so much fun. So you're gonna see pictures coming up through emails, you're gonna see all kinds of stuff, and if you've committed to it already, there's gonna be a forum that develops so you can start communicating to people that are gonna be a part of that about a month before we set off. So in September, there's gonna be a community so you guys can start to get to know each other, and then we're gonna create a stronger intention once we're there. For those of you that have done work with me, this is an incredible opportunity. I really, really, really recommend, if you have ever benefited from the work that I do, to commit to either doing this 2-day experience or definitely this 5-day experience, because it will change your life. It's gonna change my life. That's what I'm most excited about. You guys come along for the ride, okay? All right, I'll see you soon.